Okay, so here's the clip of the car running, and I'm going to pop the hood and show off the engine a little bit. So again, this should be edited into the clip of the video before, but it's a 2.5 liter V6 KLZE Mazda motor. This was a JDM only motor, I believe. The USDM motor was the KLDE. Yes. I don't know why I emphasize the D so much. KLDE. Slightly less power, slightly less like rev range. I think it was like 72 or 7300 RPM. Whereas this one I think is 78 or 7850. So it's gonna be kind of hard to do with one hand. Drop that open, don't drop the phone, and good luck. So here it is. So first off, the valve covers were repainted red. I think they originally came black, and this was, I think it originally came this color, but he sanded it, powder coated it, just like an aluminum. Has a vibrant performance intake and relocated radiator, because obviously the headers sit right there. There's no way to be able to put the radiator, even the radiator fan is right there. So really close. There's a rad pipe right there. There's the other one. Yeah, it's a very crammed engine bay, because I think these came with a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder making 82 horsepower. And again, this is a 2.5 liter V6 KLZE making about 200. So I think it's an MX3 wiring harness or an MX6 wiring harness with a combination. They've been spliced. This is the battery, so this is the thing that I had changed right away. It's so extremely small. Like one of my index fingers is basically the width of it. It's a Odyssey Extreme ODS-AGM 16L, 12 volt, 16 amp hour, 170 cool crank in. So very low, very low. The gentleman I bought it from even recommended me to trickle charge it every night, and he said he probably wouldn't trust it in the winter. I'm not planning to drive this car in the winter anyway. It's never been winter driven. I want to keep it that way. But it's been starting fine. So, you know, fingers crossed. I originally thought I needed a new alternator, because the guy I bought it from said the alternator was bad because batteries kept dying on him. I don't know if he had shit batteries or what, but I installed that a week ago and it's been running great. Or 6 days ago or a week, either last Tuesday or last Monday. It's running good, no issues there. As far as the fuses go, it's really cool. This was the radio. This is the one that was literally just disconnected and hanging down there. When I bought the car, the guy said that he was swapping the battery. Touch terminals, it's shorted, and then blew the head unit. So I tested all the fuses here, and inside the door here. Little fuse panel right down here, fuse box. They were all good, no issues. I even pulled out the head unit, checked the fuse on the back, a little mini 10 amp. All good there, so I was just perplexed, and it turned out to be it was just simply unplugged, which is crazy. So I plugged that back in, and I think I said in the last video that it's great, no issues with the stereo, bumps really well. As far as engine bay goes, mechanical, my one gripe, well, two. One is bigger than the other. The big one is, I think it's been the timing. So it was retimed maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I think either the exhaust or the intake cam gear is one notch out of timing. It won't damage the engine, but it's less efficient. So it's either slightly too much air or too much fuel. I think it's too much fuel, it's running really rich, because the exhaust is pretty caked with soot. It smells great though. If you like fuel and a bit of oil, it smells great. So it's running a bit rich, which I'm okay. I'd rather a bit rich than a bit lean. And the second issue is that this throttle cable gets stuck a bit. So you can hear that. The RPM's lower. It's sitting now at like 7 or 8. Whereas before it would sit around, I don't know, 12, 1300. So I want to get that fixed, because when you get on the gas and you rev it, it'll get stuck there again. So there it is, slightly higher again. And then you come around and you pull this out. Anyway, it runs great. New brake fluid in it, new trans fluid, not by me. Brake pads are good. I'm just gonna crank the wheel so I can show the wheel well. So very aggressive, grippy tires. You do have braided, steel braided brake lines, which are really nice. I think they're EBC pads. Rotors are shot. I think I mentioned that as well. And my sway bar end links are shot, so they're just blown. It's all torn up. But overall, it's really good underneath. Doesn't leak oil. He said it doesn't burn oil. I haven't noticed any oil consumption, but it certainly smells like it burns oil, which I'm okay with. I'm not that upset with. Kind of gives off two-stroke vibes. But yeah, runs great. Very crammed engine bay, as I said. No room here. This one, no room back there. A little bit on the sides, but not really. Yeah, it's just a great running car. So, this is going to be my first video. I don't really have a plan. I just thought it's a unique car. I have not seen one on the road before, and I'm a bit of a car nerd. And I've had a lot of people in the week and a half, 2 weeks that I've owned this already asked me a ton of questions. There are a couple Facebook groups I posted in. Everyone's been like, oh my God, a 323. Or, what even is that? I don't even know what it is. It's a pretty fun car. I have a couple paint ideas for it. I was thinking bright Calypso green. It's a Ford color. I think it was a Cobra color. I think a Fox body Cobra color. Looks beautiful. I kind of want something 90s and retro. I was gonna do like a British racing green, a bit darker with a bit more of a metallic, but I don't know. Can't exactly decide. A buddy of mine at work wants to go dark, but I don't know. Oh, and I also went through all my parts yesterday. I have 4 additional taillights, 1 extra light bar, 4 headlights, and it's crazy. 8 indicators. These guys right here, I have 8 of them. And 2 driver's side door mirrors. I don't know why 2 driver's side door mirrors, but an additional 2 driver's side door mirrors. A couple odds and ends, a couple valve cover gaskets, or sorry, valve covers, I should say. So a lot of parts. But here we go. My 1993 Mazda 323 with the 2.5 V6 KLZE swap. Here we are. This is life, baby.